what I did here is I actually put a paper towel underneath, not a paper towel, but a towel underneath to help with the cutting board so it doesn't move. You do need some tongs and you need a knife to cut your brisket. Let's pull this out and see what it looks like. This is the lean part, and this is your more of your moist part of the brisket. There's a couple of ways of cutting the brisket. You can cut it right down the middle. One part overlaps the other, so you always want to cut against the grain. You can do it a couple of ways. You can start cutting your lean, and once you see that you can actually see it here. There's a, let me turn this around. There's one part and there's the other part. You could actually cut this if you wanted to. What I like to do is I like to start cutting my brisket, and then afterwards I'll continue cutting it. You always want to cut against the grain, and I'm going to start with the actual lean part of the brisket. So it looks like the grain is coming this way, so I'm going to cut against the grain. Let's see what this brisket is going to give out. Let me see if I can zoom in. Alright, so that's where the good stuff's starting to happen. This is where it gets all the, this is where the fat has already rendered and it's going into. Alright, so this is where it gets a little tricky. This right here, you can clearly see there's a difference between the lean part and the moist part. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to slice this so that I can get the top and the bottom parts separated. And it's very easy to see here. There's a line here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and follow that line and try to get as much of the moist brisket off of the top of the lean brisket. All right, so now I separated my flat from my point, and I can continue cutting this. This is gonna be all lean, so I'm just gonna continue cutting this, and then we'll go on to the. Now we go to my favorite part of the brisket, which is the moist part. I'm partial to this one. I really like this. There's really no wrong way of cutting this one because this will pretty much kind of fall apart on you anyways, but you do want to try to continue the same rule of thumb where you want to go ahead and try to cut against the grain as much as possible. I'm actually gonna flip this over. I mean, the fibers are going this way, so I'm gonna cut against the grain. You really don't need to, but hey, let's just keep it uniform, right? See how it's falling apart on itself? A lot of this is used for chopped brisket. I like to try to cut it as much as possible in slices because of the fact that I like to have a sliced, moist part of the brisket. But just to give you an idea, there you go. I mean, it speaks for itself. It's just holding on for dear life. Let me try this. That's, yeah. That's the stuff right there. You guys can have the lean all day, every day. Give me the moist part of the brisket. This is what I love to eat. Now this part here, it's kind of where it becomes a ball. So the fibers are gonna, a very easy illustration of this, or a good illustration of this is that the fibers are gonna be going in different directions. You're gonna be hitting it the right way here, and then this is gonna be wrong. See how the fibers are going this way? You wanna cut against the fibers, but when it gets to this point of the brisket, you really can't go, you can follow it as much as possible, but it's gonna twist itself. Sorry, I had to take that one. Some people like these burnt ends, which are really good. It has a nice little crust to it. So yeah, no, that's just gravy. This has been the Smoking Beard. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna put this in my house so that we can go ahead and eat it. And please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the flip side.